What's all the Musk hate about? I've kind of never seen an entrepreneur so hated by so many. Like, I'm sure there's some really bad companies that deserve every bit of their terrible reputation. I can't think of any CEOs by name, but I'm sure there's been CEOs who ruined the stock price before. But Musk is like a special case, right? Like, he's like a popularity whore, right? Plus, he steps on his own dick constantly. What what's with the Sieg Heil? Why did he do that? We have to be in denial to not see it. It's easy, classic denials. Observing that would mean so many terrible things. It's easier to not observe it. Yeah. But what's with the questioning of empathy? Nobody made him do that. Like, let's just say generosity is problematic for Western civilization. Yeah. Yeah, whatever you do, don't feel for people. No, bad idea. It's just maybe just hasn't it occurred to you that possibly Trump is Elon's bitch? Like, hasn't it occurred to you that he's like corrupting and purchasing his way into government? No, they're just compatriots with the same political ideals. Yeah. Also, Trump and Musk are both billionaires and they want to give back. And we're not talking about, bastions of integrity. Musk and Trump are billionaires. They're American heroes. You don't need to worry about them stealing because they're too rich to steal. You gotta be a moron. I got two rebuttals for this, right? Okay, how about the first obvious one? If these were going to be generous people, they'd have been generous before. They would have been generous before it coincided with tactical advantage. No, they weren't generous before. Maybe there were foundations, and the foundations, weren't reputable to say the least, right? So, like, the generosity shows up as it's actually a spoonful of sugar. And it's not exactly generosity, is it? It's like, I'm going to donate my talents to help you. Like, if a person wanted to be generous, if a billionaire wanted to be generous, there's a whole ton of things they could do. They could end infant starvation. They could do that. You could get creative. You could do, like, if you make it to 90 years old, the Musk Foundation makes sure that you don't have to suffer with worrying about food. But I don't remember anything. I don't remember any generosity from these fuckers. No. So they're not heroes. They're not generous. Their so-called generosity happens to coincide with godlike power. That's not generosity. No, they're full of shit on that. Another thing is too rich to steal. Have you contemplated $1 billion? Listen, I'm not sure that everybody understands $1 billion because this seems like maybe it's the next step up from $1 million. $1 billion is not the next step up from $1 million. $1 billion is 1,000 steps up from $1 million. Okay, you know what a shipping pallet is. Imagine that you've got a shipping pallet full of cash that equals $1 million. Okay? You can easily imagine $10,000. Maybe you can. Because if you have $10,000, that is 1/100th of $1 million. So you got 10,000 times 100, that's $1 million. So you've got a pallet full of $10,000 stacks. Okay? So it's like a stack this big. Okay, stack that up 1,000 times. 1,000 times, you're talking about 500 feet probably. 500 feet. A tower of cash 500 feet tall. That's $1 billion. So if a person was ever going to be too rich for greed, they would have stopped already. And of course, Musk has like 300 of those stacks. Like, when is enough? He's impervious to greed. He can't exploit people. He would never do that because he's so rich. You're just a fucking moron if you believe this. You're so stupid. I'm ridiculing you because you deserve it. You want to get ripped off. Oh, I'm sure you're proud of like not being envious and jealous. That's what you're thinking. Oh, he's just jealous. He would, he should work harder and have more money. Well, listen, if you've got $1 million in the bank, hats off to you. And you know what? A lot of us did earn and saved and made wise choices. Got to $500,000 the American way. Hard, tears, sweat, hard work. Some of us are doing that and they haven't even gotten 10,000. Listen, if you don't have $10,000 in your bank account and you voted for Trump, you're the fly swarming around his shit. You are saying thank you for your shit. It's such a generous gift. I am a mere minion supporting you. I'm one of your toiling slaves, and I'm grateful that you shit so I can be the fly to swarm around your shit. You worship the silver pubes and sacred skid marks on the underpants of the billionaires. You're fucking dumb if you thought that Trump was going to actually do anything about money in politics. You really did put the alligator in charge of draining the swamp. You like put a known arson in charge of the lumber pile. You actually put arson in charge of the fire brigade. Like, it's Democrats and Republicans are both corrupt, but Democrats are not proud of it. Republicans, they don't even hide it. They don't mind. Give me your big cash donations. Let's win this election. I'll do what you say. I'll take your marching orders. I'll be your stripper. I'll do a dance for you, sugar daddy. Like that's the Republican way. Money talks. And if you don't have the money, you don't matter. No, if you don't earn the average salary, which is about $70,000, like teachers, sorry, you made a really bad choice. You should not have gone to college for that. Loser. Police officers, the biggest suckers. Why do they do it? There's nothing in it for them. That's the Republican thinking, right? No, that's a shame.